Drop Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Football Drop Podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Caught me by surprise that there was no countdown. Here we go.
What was
Wasn't
those
looking at the
videos
screen.
you were showing me, Ben? What was that video?
They are the plank videos for our challenge.
Were they?
So we're holding
Were
each other
they?
accountable. Yes, they
Were
were.
they?
Yeah, they were. Look. There you go, guys.
Why is
There's
there a
Will's,
nipple in that one?
Because you're always naked. Look. How are you, mate? You okay?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. I'm all right. How are you?
Good. Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Not too bad.
It's Monday morning, bright and breezy. You can tell by the bags under my eyes that we didn't record yesterday because Ben was busy, I don't know, doing what Ben does best. So we're Monday morning.
Here we are. I do like Monday mornings. I feel like it's a good start to the day. I see you twice in a day then.
That is true, actually, yeah.
There you go. And we saw each other at the weekend again. Awkward.
We
now.
did.
And
It was
we
nice
saw
to
each
see you.
other last week during the week, which was really nice.
Yeah, you popped over in the week, didn't you? That was nice
I
to see you.
did.
Thank you for the baby gifts. It's much appreciated.
Pleasure.
You did too much, as you always do. You always make me feel bad because, like, you know, a year ago, obviously you was in the same situation. You said, "Oh, don't worry, don't get us anything." Blah blah blah. So I just went out and got you a little something because you were like
No,
insistent.
you got
But I
us
was like,
loads. No,
I
you
want
got
to
us
get
loads
you
of stuff.
a little something, and then today, then like you come over and you're like, "Oh yeah, here's this like big like Father Christmas. Here's this big sack of stuff."
It wasn't.
I'm like,
No. It
God,
fucking
you've
wasn't like that
shown
at
me up
all.
here completely.
No,
and
it wasn't
utterly
like that
shown
at
me up.
all. And you know it wasn't like that. I wish I could do more. And when baby Ben is born, I will obviously shower him with lots of praise. I'll get him a name badge with Ben on it and everything.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's exactly what you
So
need.
look, and if he doesn't wear it, I'll have to wear it. So we're on the podcast.
Yeah, baby Ben. That's weird.
Well, I'm not going to get baby Ben. It's going to be Ben. I like in your kit that you're wearing, mate. Real Madrid.
New Real kit, yeah, especially for you. You
New
got
Arsenal
the Guna.
kit?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
nice. I like that one. It's nice.
Oh, yes, mate. It is lovely.
I just don't really like the collar on it on that one too much.
I don't like
if I
this
had
bit,
one
I must
criticism,
admit.
yeah, I wish it could.
I totally agree.
If it had a button, I think it
Just
would be
about
better.
to say, yes, it needs a button. Needs a
Yeah.
button there. I feel like that would look a lot better.
That already, you look oh my God! I think I've got an erection.
Classic. What's new? We got a bit of a different one this week, haven't we, episode-wise, because there's been no Premier League action, unfortunately.
No Premier League
which is
action. No, you're
disappointing.
absolutely right. But before we crack on with that, because you like to get ahead of yourself, you get all excited to talk about football. Let's start with how are you? How was your weekend? How's the weight?
How am I, first and foremost? I'm pretty good. Yeah, not too bad. Had a good week. Food-wise has been pretty good as well. So the weight, though, is same. I feel like we say it's every fucking Sunday/Monday. So when I saw you on Saturday, I think I was 0.4, 0.6 down. Obviously, we lied to Scott and said we was 1.2 because obviously he's in the team against us.
That was funny. Yeah,
for when this goes out for yesterday's match, and he just looked at us and say, "Are you joking?" I was like, no, good. And you looked at us and say, "I know you're lying." We didn't even need to say anything about that. We just knew. But yeah, last night I was then 2 up, like bang on 2 up.
Oh, wow. Kilo.
Obviously, I mean, this was the evening. Yeah, this was the evening though. So I've had food, I've had drink and stuff. This morning was 1.4. Now I know, yeah, 1.4 up.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I just don't know whether it's my scales because obviously I had the same issue last week and I was still quite a bit up. I think I was like 0.6, 0.8 up or 0.4 maybe or something by the time I left for football. Then I got, was it 1.2 down?
Yeah.
Last week in the end. So yeah, I don't know whether it is. So I'm going to check what it is, the difference tonight. And then I think I'm going to have to put new batteries in the scales again and then recalibrate it and see what it's like. 'Cause I'm sure it can't be. I appreciate people fluctuate, and I'm sure everyone that's on weight loss journeys and shit like that, if they do weigh themselves, or if you're part of Man Be Fat as well, obviously we've got good partnership. Use the code Football Drop, join for £1. But if you're part of that, I don't know whether your stuff fluctuates as well. So if you are, let us know. It'd be interesting because it can't just be me that fluctuates that bad.
Mm.
But yeah, other than that, mate, it's been a good week, and I'm up for another good week. I've got some good exercise planned this week. I've got a couple of interviews this week. Got a couple of pods that we're doing this week, which is great as well. Yeah, all exciting stuff, mate. What about you?
Yeah. So weight was good. I've been good all week, and I mean, I just had a little look back through my tracking, and actually, I could have done better. I've still done well, but I know that I could do better still. So I think what I'm
Okay.
doing is I've gone from shit to like okay, and I'm sort of on that, hopefully on that downward
Mm.
trajectory to being somewhere that's actually healthy. So that's positive. I'm down this morning. I was like point
Oh, good.
3 or 4 down. I've been down all week, but I was down all last week until Monday, and then I think I lost point 2. So a loss is a loss, but I was expecting more. So hopefully, sort of from the last week and this week, I can really kick on
Mm.
today.
Can I just interject for a sec here? Because I want to call you out. One, to have a bit of a go at you, but also to praise you because
Fucking hell, of course.
Monday, no, because you had a really good week. You know, you had a good week. And then the scales were saying you was up and then you was down and then you wasn't actually down as much as you wanted to be come weigh in.
Yeah.
And you beat yourself up about it, let's be honest. You was really pissed off with yourself about it. Had a
Yeah.
bit of a strop and a sulk,
Yeah. I did. Yeah. You're
but you
right.
still got a loss.
I did. But it wasn't as much as I wanted, and it was a challenge week. So that's why I was annoyed at myself.
I get that, but you still need to celebrate the fact that you got a loss, which is
Yeah.
still really good,
You're right. Yeah.
considering how much you were doing. Obviously, you had lots of water. You know that it fluctuates so much, and you know it's not a steady down, down, down every single week. You're always going to have a little bit of a fluctuation. But the fact you still got a bit of a loss, I think you need to stop beating yourself up about it.
Mm. Yeah. No, you're right. It's just I'm hopeful that, you know, this week it will sort of recover and I'll be all right at weigh in tonight. I should be. No reason why I wouldn't. But yeah.
Hopefully.
I just want to start heading down towards BMI now. I'm fed up of this sort of, yo-yoing almost. So
Mm.
I just want to get into a routine. But, my whole world's about to implode. So, well, not implode, but like go mad. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's yeah, it's going to be a crazy one. But yeah, we'll see. But no, weekend was really good actually. So, I've managed to do obviously our challenge that we'll come on to, but so exercising stuff was really good this week. And then Saturday, I had a tournament for Man v Fats. I had the Kent Cup, so it wasn't. It was there were only 15-minute games, but you gave it your all in those 15 minutes. Like if you knew you was like coming off at half time or whatever, so not that there were half time, but like 7.5 minutes, you knew that you was only
Yeah.
playing. So you gave it your all.
Yeah. You run your full bollocks off, don't you, in that match?
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
played 6 games in total because we got knocked out in the semi-finals, which I mean we could have won. It was
Oh,
some bad
really?
decisions. Yeah, we were probably the better team actually out of them all. But I think we'd all say that. But I think that we would have been worthy winners had we have gone through. But
Right.
it doesn't matter. We were a new group of people all chucked together, didn't really know each other, and I thought we did really well. But anyway, um, yeah, so we only had 6 games, 15 minutes. I didn't play every single game, full game. So I mean, arguably, I only played an hour's worth of football. Really, we got there at 9 and left after 4. So after all those hours,
So you
whatever
did
that is,
an hour
7 hours,
exercise in 7
we
hours.
only did an hour exercise, but I still did 15,000 steps.
Oh, wow. That's good. That's
So
bloody good, mate.
it was a good exercise day. I'd woken up, so I've been decorating the kitchen. And I woke up at 4 o'clock Saturday morning thinking about the kitchen. So by that
Oh,
evening, I
wow.
was knackered.
Yeah, I fucking
So I
bet.
was
I
sat on the
bet.
sofa and I was just laying there, and Sal just looked at me and went, "Why don't we just go to bed?"
Yeah.
I was like, Yes, please. I think I was asleep by about 9:30. I think I got about 9 hours sleep that
Whoa.
night, which is the best I've ever slept, I think, certainly for a
Wow.
long time.
You needed that,
Um,
mate.
yeah. So that was good. And then yesterday, had a nice walk with Jack. Went for a bike. He went for a bike ride. I had a walk because I got a dead leg. So in
Mm.
our third game, I think it was actually third game, I just got a little knee to my thigh, a complete accident. Thought nothing more of it,
Oh.
mate. It hasn't stopped hurting since.
I bet, mate.
It's still quite. I've been massaging it, and that seems to be helping it. So I'm just going to keep doing that on and off today. So
Get the old gun.
yeah, I'll get on that later. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a little sauna later, and then like try and loosen it up, and then give it a bit of a hammer.
Yeah.
So I'll do that this afternoon, / this evening. And then yesterday, mate, I had arguably the worst day like for a long, long time. You know when something goes wrong, like I don't know, you so you walk to the fridge for the milk and then you get the apple juice out and then you come back and you're like, oh shit, I didn't get the milk. So you have to like just little things, do you know, like little things like that where you just think, oh, this is going to be there's just annoyances throughout the day, right?
Yeah. Can I just say that's very much a first world problem you've just mentioned right
Yeah,
there? You're like,
yeah, yeah.
oh my God. You know, when life is just so difficult and you just try to get the milk and you get the apple juice, the freshly squeezed fresh apple juice, no lumps because I don't like the lumps. And honestly,
I mean, that is fairly accurate, but I was going for I was going for a start. That was just the start. You know, when things just think, oh, this is going to be a bad day, is what I was kind of going for.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
stuff like that just kept happening. Like the washing would fall off the washing line and like things like that. And I think at one point I was like, do you know what? To dry this washing, I should have just chucked it on the lawn because that's basically what's happened. It just kept falling off. The wind was blowing it off.
Oh no.
Insane, right? So little
Right.
things like that. Then I walk in. Sorry, then we go for our walk. And I'm just about to leave the car park. And as I'm reversing, someone's coming around the corner. So we have a little ding. So I've now got a smash
Oh.
in the back of my boot. Yeah. So I've got a massive dent in the back.
Oh,
He had a
mate.
massive dent in his as well. So
Was it
I get
his
back.
fault?
It was 50-50 really, because he couldn't see me and I couldn't see him because of the angles. So we just naturally he come around a corner as I was reversing out. So it was one of those where it
Oh,
wasn't really
mate.
anyone's fault. So yeah, so I get home and I'm like I've moved everything out to give another coat on the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
and I've moved the cat litter tray outside because it's normally inside. I've moved it outside. The cat's obviously got herself confused, needed a pee, so just done it in the kitchen. She's never
Oh,
ever done that before ever,
no.
and I'm like, oh my god,
Oh,
this
mate.
is so annoying. Um, and then with my leg all day yesterday, I was like hobbling around, and we found this rope swing in the woods, me and Jack, and I was pushing him. He came, he came in, and there was like because it was quite close to the tree. So basically, he banged the because the wood that he was sat on as the swing smashed me
Mm.
underneath my knee and then into my dead leg.
Oh.
So I had a double whammy. I was like, I am so done with today. That was the third. Honestly, mate, it was actually
That's
unbelievable. It was
brilliant.
just one of those days where you're like, I don't know if this could get any worse.
Yeah. At that point, you've got to just get back into bed and worry about it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm done.
It was one of those where like I got into bed and I just like it's like help like went into cells so she could just hold me while I fell asleep. So I'm hoping for a better day today. Yeah, bad day yesterday, but overall the weekend was good. Kitchen's looking nice. Needs one more coat. Bob's your uncle, mate.
Well, I must admit, I mean, I must always commend you for the amount of shit you do end up doing. You don't really have chill out time that much. You're always
I
doing
don't know.
something, especially obviously with little man on his way. You're
Yeah,
like,
I'm
oh,
trying
I
to
bet
get.
I've got to do everything. I mean, I think it's quite admirable that you're painting the kitchen approximately a week before he's due.
Yeah, so
Which is, I don't know whether it's clever, stupid, or what at this point.
maybe a mixture of all of that. But I'll get it done this evening before football. I'll get that. I'll get the next coat on. Then I've just got to cut in and do the woodwork, and then it's
Okay.
starting in here. So I've got the panels for in here now. So I just need to board it,
Yes.
get the panels up, and it'll start to. So one, it'll be soundproof. Two, it should be a bit warmer for the winter. Yeah, and it will look a bit nicer behind me rather than just a brick wall with 3 t-shirts that I haven't spread out.
Yeah, it'll be good, mate. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how it'll play out. Be a nice little setup you've got out there.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, mate. Right, let's get into some football, shall we?
Let's do it, my G. Oh, we haven't
So
done
I
the
just want to.
challenge. Sorry,
I was
we
going
did.
to do that
We
at the
said that we
end.
come on to
Yeah,
the
go on.
challenge. So the challenge we've both done. How did you find it?
It was hard the first couple, and then I forgot a day, so I had to do 2 back to back. That was tough. Not going to lie. But it was actually all right. I quite enjoyed it at the same time. I felt like it was a proper challenge. What about you? You did all of yours back to back, didn't you?
So I did
Oh no,
3.
there's 3 and 4.
I did 3, 3, 1. Yeah.
Okay.
So I forgot. So I did it Wednesday, Thursday, and then if I'm being completely honest, I did it this morning because I was going to do it yesterday, but my leg was so bad that I just did it
That's
this
fair
morning.
enough.
So yeah, it was all right. It's one of those planks. Planks are all right when you're doing them. For me, it's just when you get that shake. You know, when you get the little shake, and you can just sort of feel yourself.
Yes, and you can see in some of the videos of mine where I'm there, my hands going like that, shaking towards the end. And you can see me, because just looking at the angles you've done, it's a lot better than mine. Mine's like really close up to my face.
Oh,
So you
okay.
could just see me going, which is really bad. But you can see my hands proper shaking on some of them. I'm like, and every now and then you see me look down. I'm like, don't fucking do this. Don't fucking do this. You got this. Like sucking myself.
It was good. I haven't done a plank for a long time, and I forgot just how good it is for your core. So actually, because of that, so after a chest day, I do press ups as well, and now I'm going to incorporate
Nice.
doing more planks. So well done. That was a good challenge, and you've
Thank you.
helped me to start doing those a bit more. So thank you for that. I do have a challenge for you this week.
Yeah, I feared this. As soon as you started saying, well, I'm incorporating this, I thought, fuck, it's your week to do a challenge and I'm not up for this. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So
What is it this
I
week? I feel like you're going to
so
ruin
I
mine.
thought, right. So we started off quite easy. So 30 press ups, 2 5Ks. Did you do your second 5K yet?
No, I haven't recorded it. I have actually done more than that, but I haven't recorded it.
Okay. So I want
So
to
apologies.
see
I
you
will do
finish
that. Yeah,
that.
I
Let's
completely
finish that.
forgot that. I'll hold my hands up to that.
Did you do your 2 press ups that you owe? 60 press ups?
Again, I completely forgot about doing the follow ups. So I'll hold accountable. I'll get those done by close of play tomorrow. So by the time this goes out,
yeah, it'll be nice to have you finish the
yeah.
others. You've obviously done the planks, so I was going to step it up a little bit for you.
Oh no, just keep it at this. I'm liking this.
I was going to challenge you to do a push pull leg week in the gym to get you back on the weights.
Okay.
So
Okay.
push, back, shoulders, biceps, pull. No,
Yeah, so
sorry,
you do workouts different to what
sorry.
I've always done. So it's a bit of a head fuck for me.
I've completely messed that up. So push is shoulders, chest, tries, and then
Oh,
pull is
I like tries.
biceps. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And then pull is biceps and back, and then obviously legs is legs. I want you to try and do half an hour of each push pull leg. If you can
Okay.
do 45 minutes an hour, brilliant, but at least half an hour.
Can I ask? Can you send me what you do, and I'll do that? Obviously, not saying weights or anything. Obviously, you do a lot more than what I would. But yeah, just so I can have an idea. Otherwise, because I've never done it like that, and I know it's a good way of doing it. But
You do bro split, don't you?
historically, did what? Sorry, come
You
again?
do the bro split, don't you? You
What does that
focus
mean?
on. So you do one area. So you'll do an arm day.
Oh
And
yeah,
then you'll do a
yeah,
leg
yeah.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've always done that. I've heard of like the push pull leg stuff, but I've never really done it that way before. So I've always done like a shoulder day, then a leg day, a chest day, arms. and then back, for example.
Yeah, yeah.
Or back and buys, chest and tries, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty similar. Yeah.
Okay, I'll
You,
do
you
that
just
then.
have to add in shoulders onto your push day.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, we'll sort that out after. But yeah, I'm up for that.
Yeah.
What's going to be your challenge then? Because that's just a normal thing for you.
That, to be honest, that is a normal week for me. Yeah.
So what's your challenge then? That's ridiculous. That's
Well,
not a fitness challenge for you then, is it?
it is, because I still got to do it.
But you do it everywhere. You do it every week. Now, I
But
feel like you're missing the gist of this.
you don't.
Like you, yeah, I know I don't, and that's great for me. But you've got to challenge yourself at the same time.
So
That's
what
like
do you?
last week. That's me saying, Joe, what? Will, I think you should do 12-minute planks, 7 of them, and I'll just do 30 seconds. It's a bit of a challenge for me, but yeah, for you, it's got to be like, no, come on.
But so we're just doing a challenge. That's the challenge. That is the challenge. I just
Okay,
do it
all right.
anyway.
Okay.
But I can do
Next
more. All right, I'll do something you do. So I'll just, I don't know, I'll drink Chipsies from a can like that.
No,
Get a
you've
bicep
got to
workout.
eat 12 pizzas a day.
What do you want me to do? Tell me what you want me to do, and I'll try and do it.
I don't know. I'll have a think. Because otherwise this podcast is going to go on for an hour and it's supposed to be a shorter one than we thought. So, yeah, we'll talk about it after. But
Fair,
no,
okay.
let's stick to it for the time being. Let's talk about the deadline day transfers. Because obviously when we recorded, it was still going on. We had another
Yes,
day and there was some big names going in and out of clubs. I think arguably one of the bigger ones. Oh, go on.
I was going to say there was some ones that were pretty obvious that were going to happen. We just didn't know kind of when. So obviously, I don't know if he was going to come onto it, but the Isak to Liverpool for was it a British transfer record now? 125
million.
million.
100. 125. Yeah, it's outrageous, isn't it?
I want to know, and I'm not. I'm honestly, I'm not salty about it because I think Liverpool with that absolute like stonker of a Szoboszlai free kick have pretty much like put themselves firmly in the race for first.
Absolutely.
It's just whether they can, continue with that. But getting Isak for 125 million, Verts for 106,
116, I think, or something, 113, something like that. Yeah, it's a lot.
Kirkes, Frimpong, Ekitike for 75 million. Like, where have they got this money from?
Well, they sold a lot of players. They made about 230, 240 or something like that in recouped transfers anyway.
Yeah.
So actually, net spend, Arsenal spent the most out of anyone.
I know. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
because we can't sell players for shit because we're just the worst selling club in history, bar Man United.
We are bad, but let's. I mean, no disrespect for the players, but we weren't selling people in their prime, who's like just on the fringes, can't get in. Who did we sell?
Nasri, Henry.
No, now
Van Persie.
Like this window,
they're all players historically.
This window, historically,
yeah,
I 100% agree. I agree. But what about now?
Okay. Now no one. I mean, Lokonga.
We've got Bertrand,
Nelson,
haven't we? Who's smashed it.
Yeah, done really well. And I think because we haven't had top quality players, then nobody does it. But, I know you and I had this conversation a couple of weeks ago. Why is no one in for Martinelli? Surely we would be able to sell Martinelli for 40, 50 million. If Madueke, we're buying him for 52, I think it was, who has had less experience in the Premier League. I know he's an English player, but less experience in the Prem, less pedigree, I suppose, as well, from that side of things. Why is no one coming in for Martinelli, who plays more than what Madueke does, has delivered more than what Madueke does? Why is no one in for him?
I think they did.
How can we not sell him?
They did get offers, but we didn't want to let go of him. He went for sale.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. I just thought he was up for, or potentially up for it. I know he's like a big part of the squad and whatever, but yeah, it's just crazy, doing that. But I don't want to talk about Arsenal too much. I see your point about Liverpool, but I think because they haven't really spent lots of money as a net spend for a while, and they've sold really well. And obviously some of their players were sort of like their English core and their homegrown talent and stuff, because it then makes it like pure profit or some bullshit like that, which I mean, let's not get onto it today, but I think it's a complete farce. It just encourages you to sell your English talent and buy in foreign talent.
Mhm.
So that's not helping English football and the English national team or anything like that in the long run whatsoever. And it's just the way around PSR, same as what Chelsea have done, which
Yeah.
is, pretty fucking bad, let's be honest.
I saw Mark Guay had his leaving video released before, so it was basically a done deal.
Yeah. Did you see why or hear why it was cancelled?
Because wasn't it they were Crystal Palace was signing someone, weren't they?
They were signing Igor from
Igor,
Brighton,
that was it. Yes.
but apparently Glasner essentially said, "You sell him, I'm out. I'm leaving." That's what I've read. Obviously, I can never confirm that. Obviously, we don't have those sources, but yeah, I've read in a few different places now. They said if you sell Mark Gay, I'm done. I'm walking out. So Parish was like, okay,
Wow. I mean, I don't
yeah.
blame me. He lost Eza.
They lost.
Eh,
Yeah, they lost quite a few players this window.
yeah. Yeah, that's mad. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I mean,
Um,
fair play. I think that I think Glasner deserves that credit. I think he deserves to have that power and that sway a little bit, considering what they've delivered over the last like 5 games. I mean, they played Liverpool 3 times, which is mental. But their last like 5 games played Liverpool 3 times, and they've won 2 cups out of it.
yeah. Yeah, they I mean, he's a shoo-in for the job at Man United when Amorim is eventually sacked.
Oh, what a call!
It's
Oh,
got to be.
wow!
It's got to be. It's got to be. Absolutely got to be. That's interesting.
I didn't expect that. Bloody hell!
Well, he's got to
Okay,
be. He has absolutely
I
got to be.
mate, it makes sense. I get it. I'm not. I'm not questioning that. That makes perfect sense. Never thought of it.
Yeah.
Never
Um.
thought of that.
No, fair play. There was what else happened on deadline day? I can't
So,
remember now.
well, it's the day after it's confirmed, but Donnarumma to Man
Oh, that's it.
City. What do you make of this? Because they've bought Trafford and Donnarumma in the same window, and Trafford's not looked particularly comfortable. He's made some great saves, but the actual playing style, he's not looked overly comfortable. And I get he's a new goalie coming into their club again and things like that. Totally different style of play, but to then sign Donnarumma, who is one of the best in the world, arguably shit with his feet by comparison, but as a goalkeeper to stop goals coming in your net, he's one of the best.
Do you think he's shit with his feet, Donnarumma?
He's not great, yeah.
He's not Edison.
No one's Edison. But I don't. That's not his strength. Let's put it that way. It's not his strength. Coming out for
Yeah.
corners and things, he's not great with. He's not good at commanding his box. But as a goalie,
Really?
as a shot stopper, yeah. If you read all the articles about him, watch the highlights and stuff, he's not great. He stays very much in his mini box rather than coming out and actually defending anything. He'll stay sort of close to his line.
I'll have to watch that this season because I'd never really thought of him having an area of obviously he's got an area of weakness in comparison to shot stop and say, but I never thought that he
Mm.
was a bad keeper. I thought he was he's won almost everything that there is to win. So yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. And it feels like he's been like 19 forever, Donnarumma.
I know, was he 25 or so? 26?
Yeah, he's been around for so long. You're just like, surely he's down
Yeah.
for retirement, and he's not even.
Wow, it's like Buffon though, wasn't he? Like Buffon came on the scene like 16, 17 or something, and then played till he's what, 42,
Yeah,
43?
something crazy. Yeah, Buffon was around forever.
Donnarumma could do the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, same first name. It's Buffon's namesake, some may say.
yeah, some may.
I thought I'd
No,
get in
you're right.
before you do, like gut punch.
But no, you are right. James Trafford he's been very hit and miss, but I don't know.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't know. It's a funny one.
very
Be
strange.
interesting to see.
Yeah, and then sticking on goalies, Sene Lamens has signed for Manchester United, 23 years old. Was it 18.1 million? Couldn't dislodge Simon Mignolet, so had to move clubs, and then became number one for a season, and now he's Man United's probably number one.
Yeah, it's an
What do you
awkward
make?
one
Yeah,
because
just a bit.
they were in for some big. They were in for Emmy Martinez. That I think they were linked with
Yeah,
Donnarumma as well. Yeah,
it feels underwhelming. I mean, I've not watched the guy play, so I can't comment. He could be really good, and he could be someone who's just like everyone has zero expectation. And he could come and absolutely smash it, and that could work in his favour. But yeah, when you're linked with those big names and you get someone that's arguably an unknown by comparison, not even got an international cap for Belgium or anything yet, it's really tough.
yeah,
Really
yeah. I know what you
tough.
mean. Yeah, that's an awkward one. We'll
Yeah.
see. I honestly don't know. We will see, but yeah, it's not.
No, no. And then one that didn't happen is that Martinez, as you spoke about.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's been doing the rounds. The end of last season, he was crying last day of the season, waving to the fans to say, like, I'm off, see you later. How awkward must that feel? Now he's like, all right, lads, I'm back. I'm
Oh,
still
I'm
here.
still here. I'm still
I
here.
haven't played yet, but I'm still here. I'm all good.
Yeah. Do you think he'll come back into the team? He must do, mustn't he?
I think he has to. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can't have Olsen there. He's just not that
He's not good
level.
enough, is he? No. And they made some signings, didn't they? They got Jadon Sancho in on loan.
Yeah, all loan deals, wasn't it? I think.
Mm. Not really a
I
statement of intent, was it? Really, from Villa in the transfer
No.
window.
Oh,
I
they
know
got
they've
Harvey Elliott
struggled
as
with
well, didn't they?
PSR. Yeah. Oh, that was a perm, wasn't it?
Well, it says loan
Oh,
here.
was it loan? Maybe
I
they've
thought
put.
it was a perm
Yeah, maybe they've got an agreement in to make it
obligation
perm.
or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, I think they're. I mean, it comes back to the PSR thing, and maybe at some point we could do a bit of a rundown on like the PSR side a bit more because there's. It seems everyone's kind of milking the PSR and manipulating it. Chelsea have done a phenomenal job at doing that and making the most of what they can. So the big clubs seem to be able to just spend more and more, but the smaller clubs can't get there. So the Villa are like trying to break into that top six by having a bit of money to spend, but they can't. Newcastle the same. Brighton don't necessarily spend loads of money, but again, they're trying to get into that and they need to increase their revenue and fight into that sort of top six, top eight places. But you can't get there. It's almost a shut off shop now because obviously so much money in the Champions League compared to the Europa and the conference and stuff. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
And if you can't spend a bit more money when you've got it, it's really hard to actually then be competitive. So it is really tough. But yeah, sorry, going off on a tangent there. What other big ones were there? Lindelof to Villa was a weird one on a free.
Yeah.
How
Yeah, that was odd, wasn't
underwhelming
it?
is that?
Mm,
Very underwhelming.
yeah. But Villa just need a bit of strength, don't they? And I think that's what they've done. They've just got that little bit of strength in place, and yeah, they'll be happy with that. So a big transfer that I did see, and I know you've heard about it. So I was just keeping an eye on sort of social media across the weekend, and a team called Dorking Wanderers made a bit of a news splash
Yeah.
with their signing of Terry Dunn, who is a goalkeeper, retired. I think he was 57.
54, I think he was.
So he came out of retirement to go to lead the goal for Dorking in their game against Tottenham, and it made absolute headlines across most of social media that he was coming out of retirement to play for them, and then just before the game kicked off, they got what they needed from it. Everybody was looking, well, not everybody, but most people who'd seen it were looking to see whether he played. He didn't. They made a signing, an emergency loan signing just before the game. He wasn't even on the bench. But, I mean, there are some things that people and teams do that you just think this is fucking quality. And that was one of them. That was genius move to get
That's
everyone talking about
amazing.
Dorking.
100%. Do you think that was a sort of social media hype, or do you think that was actually happening?
That was social media hype. When I
Just a
saw
PR
it, I
stunt.
thought there's absolutely no way is this guy, no disrespect to Terry, I'm sure he has been a top quality keeper, at whatever level. But he looked like if he went down to save the ball, he ain't getting back up again.
Whoa. Wow.
Like,
Well, I
I
must
mean,
admit,
very
I
quick.
did.
Like, when you get down and then you have to jump back up. He ain't doing that. It didn't look like he'd be able to do that. I don't know, but no, it wasn't going to happen.
No, fair enough. I'll be honest, I didn't know that he didn't play. So as you was doing it, I thought, oh my God, I didn't check the score. And they won 2-1. And I was getting
Yeah,
all
he didn't
excited
play.
thinking, no way, he only conceded 1 goal. And I was like, obviously he didn't play, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Had to check that. That's
Yeah.
mental, isn't it?
But
That is
as most
mental.
people would have done. Yeah. Well done to Dorkin. But yeah.
Yeah, fair play. Fair play to him. Well, so yeah, there's obviously a couple of weird ones actually. I wanted to talk about transfers. Tariq Lamptey, Brighton to Fiorentina.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
It's so
I missed
weird,
that
isn't
one.
it? It's such a random one. I was like, what?
But then that's a bit like when Michael Richards went to
Yeah,
Fiorentina. You're like,
yeah,
what?
very similar. I'm just like, what? Also a weird one that I don't really understand. I guess I understand like the logic is Matt O'Reilly from Brighton to Marseille on loan.
Oh, right.
I thought he was supposed to be like a really good player. Brighton have signed like an absolute gem. He's going to be fantastic. Why has he gone there? Is it footballing or is it just Brighton don't want him? Has he fallen out with someone? Because he was injured last season for a good chunk of it, wasn't it? Don't know whether he's on his debut or the first couple of games of last season.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
is it just to get back to fitness or something? I don't know, but that struck me as a little bit of a
Maybe.
weird one.
Yeah, Marseille do seem to assign a few odd ones. They've become a bit of a weird team, Marseille, over the last sort of couple of years. Like De Zerbi went there, and it all seemed to like. I mean, they played well, but they just
Yeah.
seemed to sign all of these random
Isn't
players.
Aubameyang's there now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's gone back.
Did
Yeah,
they didn't sign Giroud? Where did Giroud? Lille, I think he went to, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the French league, they do seem to buy or bring in players that are a little bit older, like these big names. Not quite retirement. They're like pre-retirement, isn't it? Or it's like
Well,
pre-Saudi almost.
yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the only way to describe it. Or pre-MLS. Apart from Giroud, who's gone there, MLS, like everywhere.
Oh
They've
yeah,
gone,
he
fuck
just
it,
goes.
I'll have another kick about.
Giroud's good enough to do he wants, but you could argue they're Saudi adjacent.
Please make sure you are following us. Please like and subscribe to us on YouTube and Spotify. Just search Football Drop Podcast. Simple as that.
So I just wanted to come on to Ben Chilwell. So
yeah.
picture the scene.
Forgot about him.
Todd Bowley gets a phone call from the hierarchy at Strasbourg. Do you fancy buying Ben Chilwell? What a fucking great idea. Yeah, we've not had him before. Yeah, sign him up. Okay, who's he play for? Chelsea. Yeah. In the shithousery of all shithousery, Chelsea have decided to sell Ben Chilwell to themselves.
Yes, mental, isn't it? PSR at its finest right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
At its finest. But weirdly enough, they couldn't ship the Arsenal legend, Raheem Sterling.
No, who's now in exile. I mean, what a fall from grace, He
It really is, isn't it?
He went to Chelsea, didn't he? And they were sort of thinking, he could be the next big thing. But
Well, no, I think he went to Chelsea to kind of recapture it, didn't he? Really, because he
yeah,
kind of fell out of favour from City, and I think Chelsea were like, let's give him a chance. I wouldn't
Well,
say
I think
next
they
big
thought-
thing because he was already that.
he
really,
was already that. But like the next big thing at Chelsea, like he was going to be like the one to sort of propel them back to where they sort of were, because like I say, he'd fallen from favour at City. He'd done really well for England at the World Cup, I think it was then.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did have a good World Cup, didn't he?
And then all of a sudden, not really anything. Did all right, not great, didn't set the world alight. Maresca comes in, you ain't part of our plans. Do one. Comes to Arsenal, we were fucking buzzing with that. Raheem Sterling at Arsenal, absolutely amazing. No, didn't do anything, and is now not managed to get a move anywhere else. So he's got, I think I saw £30 million left on his contract.
Yeah, was it 325 a week?
Yeah.
Fucking
And what he's got
insane.
has he got 2 years left? 2, maybe 3 years left?
Yeah, I think 2. But it's insane.
Anyway, it worked out to be 30 million, and obviously Raheem Sterling doesn't want to walk away from that. But they couldn't negotiate an exit.
I know it's hard to say because obviously we don't earn anywhere near that amount of money. But what would you do in that situation? Because you can't train with the first team, so he's obviously still training, but with excuse me, like the reserves or the under 23s or Brighton's team or Strasbourg's team or something like that as part of the Chelsea squads. So,
Right.
but what would you do in that situation? Like, would you stay and just do that? But then you're wasting the last of your footballing career because it's a short career, realistically, unless you're James Milner.
Yeah, I think he's probably hoping for some money to take him out. I think with a footballer, right? I don't know Sterling. He was obviously, he was up north for most, if not all, of his career. He's then had to make the transition down south, so move his family maybe down south, whether he did that or not, or whether he travels up north to see them, not too sure. So he's made that he will either want to stay in London or move back to the north, depending on where he's living. I think he's in London. But where in London's going to want him? Is he going to want to move his family again? Does he want to move abroad? All of that sort of stuff to think about. Yeah. And are you going to walk away from £30 million knowing that your career is short? You're going to be finished by mid to late 30s. Are you going to go into a media career? I've not seen him, do much of that. So is that something that he really wants to do, or has he got other stuff elsewhere? So £30 million is a fucking lot of money. Do you want to move away from that to play football? Or do you stay and go, no, I'm owed that money, either play me or pay me off and I'll go somewhere else and I'll play somewhere else. But who wants Raheem Sterling right now?
Yeah, well, clearly no one, because no one's got in for him. Because I think there was links with Saudi, but yeah, exactly, the money and transfer fees, wages, everything else like that. And you do feel for him, but it's an interesting case, like tracking his career to see just where it went wrong. Like, is it the desire? Because he won a lot early doors. I know he had a few injuries and things, but nothing too major. So where did it go wrong? It's an interesting thing.
Yeah, it certainly is.
So yeah, internationals.
Yeah, let's spend
briefly. I know we're not both big fans of watching England in the sort of qualifying rounds of stuff. I think that's fair to say.
I don't mind watching England. Or that. With that being said, I was pretty offended at watching England against Andorra. To be honest,
it was a real shit game. I've only watched the highlights. I did not watch it because I don't care about England Andorra.
I just wanted to see, how they would set up, especially under Tommy Tuchel. So that's why I stuck it on. Andorra played with 11 men behind the ball. So first of all, that's tough to play against. The low block, I think it's called. Really tough to play against like that. But England, the only creativity that really came was actually from Madueke on that right-hand side.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, Harry Kane, in the air is obviously top quality, but
it didn't do anything.
Wasn't really much else that happened. So overall, very disappointing, which I think you can probably say has been Tommy Tuchel's legacy at England so far.
Very, very much so. I think our biggest challenge is to kind of get over that low block. And I think teams do play that against England because we have got, we know we've got a good team. We're not the best in the world, but we've got a very good, strong team. We've got strong competition every position, blah blah blah. But I remember like we play against teams like San Marino and we win 5-0. That's great. But Germany win 9-0, 10-0. Bosnia Herzegovina won 6-0 at the weekend against San Marino.
Really? Did they?
So why can't we do that?
Yeah.
Because San Marino only play one way, and that's we'll play defensively, and then as soon as we can see a long ball opportunity, we'll go for it. That's all they do. So why can't we do that? But
Yeah.
I
don't know.
It's frustrating. It's really frustrating.
Just looking at the stats, we had 83% possession, 11 shots, 7 on target. You'd think we'd do a little bit better than that. One of the goals was an own goal, and it was kind of an unforced error as well, really.
Exactly.
Declan Rice had a good game. I tell you what, Elliot Anderson, I thought he had a really good game as well.
Very good game. Yeah, he looks really good in that position.
Yeah.
I feel like with the England team, we need to find that balance of what works. Now, obviously, there's a lot of players that are out at the moment that would be in our starting 11. Saka, Bellingham, two prime examples of
Palmer.
Palmer, arguably. I don't think he's quite delivered constantly in an England shirt, but when he's back, if he's firing for the season, probably going to be a shoo-in for that number 10 position, realistically. Offers something a little bit different, of course. But when you're playing against a team like Andorra, why are you playing Harry Kane for 90 minutes?
Yeah, I did think that.
So if he goes off, injured or whatever, who can actually step in that's delivered at that level?
I mean, Ollie Watkins.
But has he delivered on a regular basis? No, because he doesn't get the opportunity to do that. Exactly. I think he just needs, if you're going to tinker with it, especially against a side like Andorra, yes, we want us to qualify, we want to be great, blah, 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 but you've also got to look at the team a little bit and say, okay, look, we don't need Kane to play this game, realistically.
Yeah, bring Bowen on, bring Watkins on, but do something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
give him a chance.
He did with a couple. He brought on Morgan Gibbs-White, who I thought he reinvigorated. He looked a bright spark when he came on. No, genuine. Yeah. I do like him as a player, but genuinely, he did look pretty good when he come on.
Yeah. Will, you? Morgan Gibbs-White. Every time, mate. You fucking love the guy.
I do. He's a good player.
You do. You absolutely love him. If you're listening, honestly, give Will a call. He'll love it. He'll fucking love it. Jesus Christ. What do you make of Tuchel then? Because you said he's a bit disappointing, underwhelming at the moment with the England squad and thing. I can't remember the exact word you used. Do you think he can deliver the World Cup? Because there's lots of people that are slating him at the moment because obviously he didn't start until the January and he could have started in November and had an extra training camp. Now he's moaning that he doesn't get enough time with the squad. He said he might not have enough time to do the job, but apparently he was the man pushing for only an 18-month contract to say, I'll do it for it's a one-shot, one opportunity kind of thing. So what do you make of it all?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because I did hear rumours that he's interested in the United job and that he might leave to go to United. So it's a controversial one. Jack did say to me, why have we got a German manager as the England national team manager? So I had to kind of say to you, it doesn't really matter now. It used to matter for some reason, but now generally it doesn't really matter as long as you can deliver what we want them to deliver. Can he deliver what we want him to deliver? Probably. I think he's good enough to do what we need him to do. He's won everything that he's set out to win. He's a Champions League winner, etc., etc. So he can do it. Will he do it? I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think he'll deliver us the World Cup. One, because we're England, and we just don't generally do that. Two, looking at the way we played, all you have to do is just defend well, and you push us out wide, and that's where we go. We stay out wide, and then we just pass it around the back out wide to the other side, and then it goes back out wide and round to the other side again. We don't seem to be able to play it into the middle. The only one that was trying to was Madueke and Gibbs-White when he came on. other than that, yeah, and Declan Rice likes to obviously play through the middle. We didn't really do a lot. It was really frustrating. So there needs to be a workout how to get that ball into the middle of the pitch. Whether we're crossing it, which we ain't going to do, or whether we are trying to pass it through, which we're not going to get that, that intricacies of passing. But we've got the players that do that week in, week out. So why can't we do that?
Yeah, I think it's always the same old question with England, though, isn't it? Why can we do it in league but never do it in a national team?
Mental.
Do they need to do more training camps? So it doesn't necessarily need to be like a full blown training camp, but once a month they all meet up and do like a couple of days of training or a couple of sessions of like tactical stuff or something like that. Do you work with that outside of it? So you said, look, Morgan, if this formation is Morgan Gibbs Wright, Cole Palmer, Saka and Madueke or something, or Kane and whoever, this is what I want you to do, and just sending them tips and tricks of how to play. And they sort of have phone calls, video calls, and then go through like the tactical analysis and stuff as an England national team. So looking at their games as a squad on Teams calls and Zoom calls and things like that, still throughout the season. So they have that in their mind still.
I think, yeah, there's an element to that, and there's an element of that might happen that we don't know about. But it's probably
quite possibly, yeah.
It's probably bigger than that, in the sense of, do you need, do you need something where you've got grassroots level? What do we do grassroots level that other people aren't doing? You see you see people playing it out from the back. Who's not good enough to play it out from the back? Team, sorry, who's not good enough to play it out from the back? And is that and then you're criticising those people for not being able to change it up. You then drive it forward with that PSR rules, and you're selling your English, your homegrown talent to other clubs because they can't stay at those bigger clubs anymore because they need those for that PSR. So there's lots of like things that's probably woven into where we're at now. So I don't know what we need in terms of the World Cup coming up. We've certainly got the quality. We probably need those people to come back. I mean, Bellingham will drive us forward naturally because of the brilliance that he is. Saka, as good as Madueke was, what would Saka have offered out on that right-hand side? We've got that old thing, who plays on the other side, on the left. Is Gordon that player? Where does Foden fit into this team? There's still those questions that come up, and as you said about Palmer. So we probably need fitness, we probably need a good game plan, and we probably need that communication.
I just don't know what the solution will be. I don't know whether we have a solution at the moment. But judging
he
on
must have a plan.
I don't think we do.
Yeah,
but
must have
wait
a plan.
and see. Only time will tell. Yeah, I'd like to think so. Yeah, definitely would like to think so. But yeah, as we said, only time will tell. I mean, there's only so much you can find out playing against teams like Andorra and
Serbia
teams like that. Really,
so I
mean, Serbia are arguably more tougher. They've got more recognised names and more of a pedigree in terms of sort of quality. So they'll probably play a little bit more. We can actually attack you, which makes it a little bit more of an even playing field. A little bit different type of tactical battle. See how we get on, I suppose.
Yes. Should we call it a day there?
I think so, mate. I think so. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you at football tonight.
Yeah, grand job. I'll catch you all later. Thanks for listening.
Cheers for listening. Bye, guys.